Welcome to the Grae Area, a space where we unpack the layers of life that aren't black or white, but everything in between. Today we're diving into something we often confuse: the difference between doing a favor and performing an act of service. On the surface, they may look the same, helping someone out. But beneath the surface, the intention, the expectation, and the meaning are worlds apart. Let's start with favors. A favor is usually transactional. It's when you step in to help someone, maybe giving them a ride, lending money, covering a shift. Favors are typically situational. They respond to a specific need, temporary. Once the task is done, the favor ends. Expectational. Often favors create a sense of, you owe me one. And here's the gray area. Favors are not always selfless. Sometimes the currency is in a relationship. Now let's look at an act of service. An act of service isn't about transaction, it's about care. It's mowing the lawn for your neighbor because you know they're overwhelmed. It's cooking dinner for a friend, not because they asked, but because you noticed their exhaustion. Acts of service are intentional, done with thought, not obligation, ongoing. They often reflect a pattern of love or respect. Selfless, no expectation of return, just the desire to uplift. And here's the key difference. Acts of service are rooted in love, not convenience. So why do we blur these lines? Because on the outside, both look like helping. But here's the truth. A favor is often requested. An act of service is often noticed. And sometimes people mistake one for the other. If you're expecting recognition or repayment, what you did was likely a favor. If you're simply showing love or support without strings attached, that's an act of service. Think about the emotional footprint. Favors can create a debt ledger. You did this for me, so I owe you. Acts of service create connection. You did this because you care about me. Favors can strengthen or strain relationships, depending on how they're handled. But acts of service, they build trust, intimacy, and gratitude. Picture this. Your coworker asks you to cover their shift. That's a favor. But when you surprise that same coworker with coffee on a stressful morning, that's an act of service. Or in relationships, helping your partner with laundry because they begged you, that's favor. Taking care of it before they ask because you know they've had a hard day, that's an act of service. See the difference? One checks the box, the other speaks from the heart. Here's why this matters. When we confuse favors with acts of service, expectations get messy. People start to believe they're being selfless, when in reality, they're keeping score. Or worse, people undervalue true acts of service, treating them as casual favors instead of gifts that they truly are. Clarity protects relationships. It helps us honor the difference between I owe you and I love you. So let me leave you with a question. When you help others, are you giving a favor or an act of service? Both have their place, but knowing the difference can shift how you see your role in someone's life and how they see you in theirs. because favor meets needs, but acts of service feed souls. Thank you for spending this time with me in the Grae Area, where the lines blur, the lessons begin. Until next time, serve with love, not just convenience. Easy.